What's up, guys? My name is Jake. I'm nobody. I'm just a guy who likes to fly his drones, right? So, a few months ago I got a new frame, as we all do, all the time. I bought this frame. On a whim. I didn't want to, but I did, and I was having second thoughts and stuff. But I'm here to tell you how much I like it, or whatnot. I know that all these things are pretty subjective to how you fly or whatnot, what you think of your drone, how it works, all that great stuff. Now, I'm going to keep this short and sweet and simple, because I'm not going to drag on and on and on and on about all sorts of different things that are probably nonsense to most of us. I'm not going to lie to you. I know how to build my stuff. I know how to get everything running right. I know how to fly it and all that stuff. I don't get into all the weird, crazy, complicated stuff that I've seen online and everything. But I do get into the performance, how it all works, what's going to work best for me, what I like in my drone. Now, I'm going to tell you, I thought this thing, as you see from there, was ugly as sin. Look at that. It sits up tall and stuff, and I mean, this one's a 220, so it's a little bit wider than mine. Thank you, by the way, Central Hobbies, for letting me take this out, play with it a little bit so I can show people how it looks with as a bare frame. Yeah, those guys are pretty cool. I've been flying their stuff for quite a while now. In my opinion, best hobby store in town as far as getting all my drone equipment and everything. But it's pretty cool. Now, it's a little different, because it sits up tall and lanky and ugly like that, but it seems to get the job done. Take this battery strap off of here. One thing that I thought was really weird when I got this was the battery sits on the bottom. As we all noticed from like the QAVX and a few others out there, that a lot of the batteries are moving from inside or on top to the bottom of the drones, which it can be cool, but there's also some risks in that, I've already damaged the battery. I burnt up that thing. That was pretty cool. I'll show you a picture right now.
It keeps getting stronger.
Okay, so yeah, tore that thing up bad. Also burnt up an ESC at that point and a motor. That was pretty cool. Not really. That's yeah. But it's what we do, right? So they have you strap the battery to the bottom. Now, the one thing I didn't like is where the standoffs screw in for your PDB and your FC. But there's not a lot of space in here to build with, if you see that. But I made it work, right? So what I did here is, instead of using the general plastic or nylon standoffs like these, I decided I'm going to use some metal ones that are rounded off, which is very nice. Then I definitely suggest putting a piece of foam over this. They have that sticky foam, so you can put battery on it, battery foam, whatever. I'll show it on mine. So you got the nice foam here. It's thick, and it doesn't allow it to touch those, because that's actually what broke my battery last time. That's how I burst it. It was awesome. The other thing we did for safety is we made a little battery sled, or guard, I guess you might call it. I know you can buy these, but it was real easy, quick and cheap. Shane over at Central Hobby built this one for me. Put a little bit of foam on here so it has a little bit of bounce to it when it does hit, so I'm not rupturing batteries. Back. Bam. Thing I did like, I do like that they put a actual spot for the XT60 connector to actually stick down here. That's actually really, really nice. I should have used a little less wire here, but that's my build, right? Other than that, it's pretty solid down there. The other thing I would recommend if buying this frame is to clean it up. Run it under some water, put some sandpaper to it. Just clean up these edges real nice. I mean, they are super sharp, and they will cut these things, number one. And number two, they can get kind of frail, I think. I just do it as good practice anyways. So as far as the bottom plate to the top plate, not a lot of room. Not much. I don't do this whole measurement thing and all that stuff, but I did fit everything in there. Now, with my my flight control board here, I'm using a Spectrum 32. I'm using a nice PDB with a 3-volt step down and all that stuff, so I can hook up my VTX, I can hook up all this stuff to it. But putting the standoffs in here, it kind of got crammed. So what I did is I actually put the pins, the 90-degree pins, instead of facing out, of course, because there's not a lot of room for error here. You don't want stuff sticking out here. Is I put them facing inward on the board. Then I ran my actual wires through the back. Worked out phenomenally. I was able to fit my Spectrum 600 milliwatt VTX on here, and I love that it actually has a little place for your antenna to stick out. I put a 90-degree in there. If I break the 90-degree, that's a $4 fix. These Fox Air antennas are pretty nice too. It does have a sweet little spot here for where you're actually putting your camera too. It's for your wow, brain fart. No, that's for your wow, first-person view, your FPV cam. I put Fat Shark 700 on there, 700 TVL camera. Fits nice and snug. It doesn't move on me much or anything like that. I've never had an issue with it. Then right here, I actually put my satellite receiver for my Spectrum radio, and it fits just fine. I was a little worried about the space and everything, but it turned out great. The thing that I didn't like is that it just stands up really tall. Now this is kind of cool too. It does have a place for your GoPro. Now I was using the GoPro 3 for a while there, and it sat a little wide on it, but it fit perfectly. There was no delayed video. It didn't get all choppy or anything like that. I do recommend putting a little bit of rubber on here when you do that, and then putting a strap on. But now I'm running my GoPro Session 5, GoPro Hero 5 Session, whatever you want to call it, and I got a nice little mount up there that one of my buddies made with his 3D printer. I believe that Blade actually put these out on Thingiverse. If you're looking to get it and you need one of these, definitely check that out, because I mean it's pretty sweet. And then just wrap a strap around. I do recommend, actually I'm going to do it right now, taking a little piece of there we go, little piece of this thicker stuff here, the two-sided sticky stuff. But just because the video that you guys are going to watch here, if you decide to watch it, is a little, I call it gooey or jello-y, just because it wasn't vibrating, it was vibrating in certain spots. The performance on this beast is amazing. I'm going to list all the stuff that I have on this guy. You know what, I'll just say it too. I have the Lumineer FX 2206s. These are a little bit older style motor, but they perform very well. I have the KISS 18 amp ESCs, phenomenal ESCs. I have a Spectrum PDB. The PDBs from Spectrum have never failed me. I have the Spectrum 32 board. Now, I will tell you right now, Spectrum 32, I've been using Naze 32s, I've been using CC3Ds. The Spectrum 32 has got to be the most stable one out there. The nice thing also is it has a great warranty. I'm not going to lie to you there. I'm also running a Spectrum 600 milliwatt video transmitter. I'm using the Fox Air antenna. I've got my Spectrum satellite receiver, and then I have a Fat Shark 700 TVL CMOS FPV camera. Of course, I use my GoPro Session 5, which I'm recording on right now. Otherwise, I'd show you guys how that looked on here. Maybe I'll throw a picture in for you. But I strongly recommend getting this. If you're looking to build yourself a really nice quad, get one of these things. The 220 size I think is right around $100. I think I paid 70 or 80 bucks for this one. Kind of pricey. Like I said, I was hesitant before when I bought the thing, and it turned out to be a really good deal. Everything that comes in the box is all right here. There's some extra screws. I think those are probably for your motors. I didn't use them. I used other things. Comes with these cool stickers. But that kind of concludes what I have to say about it. Do yourself a favor, watch the video, just as proof. Now, keep in mind, the video that you guys are going to watch, the PIDs, I barely messed with them. I didn't have to do anything. I calibrated the accelerometer and adjusted a few things on it, and away she went. You guys are going to be I'm amazed with how stable this is, where the center of gravity is. That's got to be what's keeping it going. I was thinking maybe it'd want to flop or flip or, you know, but I'm pretty blown away. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm just a real guy pilot, just trying to have fun with the hobby. I'm not a professional at all whatsoever, and I'm just privileged that they allowed me to do this. The only reason I'm doing it is because I actually feel very strongly about this frame. I feel really strongly about my setup. This thing screams. But yeah, check out the video. I'll put it on there, and you guys have a wonderful day. All right, take care.